Welcome to the Zix TV. I am the Zix, and we're going to look at a Star Wars model kit by Revell SnapTite Build and Play. Now these are really nice. I already looked at the other vehicles in this series. This is going to be the Star Destroyer, and this one is it's a bit more pricey than the others, clocking in at $30, and the box is much bigger, and the Star Destroyer is much bigger than the other ones. You can see the other ones, the Imperial AT-ACT Cargo Walker and the Rebel U-Wing Fighter, and our Star Destroyer has all these parts. We get the parts to build it, and the instructions, and the packaging is superb on these. Everything is extremely well packaged. The smaller parts are in plastic bags, and the larger parts are sandwiched in between bracer pieces. So everything is very well packed in these model sets here, and the instructions are easy to follow. Everything snaps together very nicely. No glue required, no paint required, although this one is mostly gray. Doesn't have really much color to it, but that's what the Star Destroyer is. It's mostly one color. So we're gonna check this out in just a moment. And here's our Star Destroyer, considerably bigger than the other models in this series. And right off the bat, we're probably going to notice that it has these landing gears, and some people might complain about that, but a Star Destroyer, it needs some kind of stand to, you know, they could have done a stand, but they chose to do these panels that open up. These panels, you can close them up and just, I guess, set your Star Destroyer down like that, or you can open them up and get your fingernail in there. This one in the front opens up a lot easier. You can open them up, and they're landing gears for your Star Destroyer to stand on. So everything came together pretty good. We got some nice detail on this, nicely molded parts, and our bridge there, and the engines in the back here, engines that light up. There's a button down here, and we got lights and sounds on this one. There's a light and sound producing part there. And those are the two sound effects that our Star Destroyer produces. Would have been nicer if these smaller engines in here lit up as well. Speaking of which, I had to push those in and get those stuck in there. At first they were falling out on me, so you really gotta push them in there very well to get them stuck in their place where they go. Didn't have any other problems that, you know, if you could call that a problem. It was just kind of awkward at first that they were falling out, and I was like, is this how it's supposed to be? Well, I pushed them in further, and yeah, they're not going to fall out. So you just gotta push on them to get them into the place where they're supposed to go. We got our detail in the back here. Got some good detail on the structures on the top, and then we install these little cannons here. Might be nice to have a closer look. Oop, my landing gear. Here is a closer look at the detail on the side of the Star Destroyer with these little cannons here. Star Destroyer traditionally has these cannons here. It would have been nicer if they were sticking up, but they're just sort of like on little panels there that you can rotate around. And here's a look at some of the other detail on the structures and on the side. Front of the structures. A smooth surface up here with a lot of detailed sections. And our bridge. Not sure how well I can show this, but very detailed. Let's have a look at the underside real quick. There's the button that we press for the lights and sounds. Got this landing gear panel. Looks like it pretty much fits in with everything else, so that's pretty cool. There's that dome on the bottom there. More detailed sections. The cargo bay where they took the Revell ship inside and boarded it. Looks like a smaller cargo bay there. And our front panel. And there's the front of our Star Destroyer. So that's just a look at all of the detail on this model here. So that is the Star Destroyer. It's fun to build, like the other models in this series. They did a great job on it. It's got the light up engines in the back, pretty nice. Some sound effects. Fun to build and also fun to play with. Nicely detailed Imperial Star Destroyer. A bit more expensive than the other ones, but I think it's worth it. doesn't do as much as the other ones. The X-Wing has opening wings. The Millennium Falcon has parts that move and stuff, and it's not as action heavy as some of the other ones. And then the Walker has legs that move, and the U-Wing has wings that fold out. So it doesn't really do as much as the other ones, but that's pretty much what Star Destroyers do. They just mostly just sit there doing nothing. Man, this thing is big. It's hard to show the whole thing in the frame here. And I got it off the frame. Well, that's just a quick look at this Revell SnapTite build and play model kit. Pretty cool. Had fun building it. It came together pretty easily. The skill level is, I would say, it's pretty basic. You know, I would say it's easy to do. It's easy to build it. Took about as long as the other ones, maybe 10-15 minutes to unpack all the parts, and then look at the instructions, identify the parts we need, and get them all snapped together in the proper way. Very expertly designed model kit that you can get up and running really quickly and then play with it. So that's the modus operandi of this this series here, or that's the goal of this this series of toys. It's a toy slash model, so it can function as a display model and also as a toy that you can play with. So it's both a toy and a model. Anyway, that'll do it for this video. Just a quick look at this Star Destroyer. Revell SnapTite build and play. Pretty cool. Thank you for watching.